Anyway, but yeah, Certified Lover Boy came out last night. It's kind of mid, I'm not gonna lie. I think Kanye is better. Kanye's album is better. Drake's album still has like good you know, shit that will pop off in the club, obviously. But like, it's been a long ass time since I've had a song that I like non-stop listen to, which maybe people will make fun of me for, because everyone has their own personal favorites on the Donda album. But like, Off the Grid is really fucking good. Off the Grid's really good. Jail Part 1 is really good. Like all the, it's so fucking good, dude. Off the Grid sucks because of Cardi. I mean, Drake a fake ass bitch turned on me and my man Pezzy, such an asshole. What? Copying Felix? What? Why? Which Felix? Do you listen to or like reggaeton? No. Like, I mean, I listen to it, but I'm not a fan of it. I'm not that much of a fan of dancehall music. I'm sorry, boys. It's just personal taste. Like, fucking don't call me racist or something.
What's up, bruv? We gonna own some of them.
I'm not like
today,
a big fan.
Let's go, bruv.
I don't like R&B either. Drake fans love Drake more than his music. Corny music made for corny motherfuckers. Bitch, wow, you white as fuck. Bro, we're literally talking about Drake and Kanye, okay? I'm sorry, but like, the overwhelming majority of Drake and Kanye's audience is white, like across the board. And not just because there's more white people than there are black people, but like literally because like, especially Drake. Oh my God, dude. Every dude that was like, I said what I said about Drake last night. I was like, wow, he's so corny. Like, was he always this corny? Or did the corny subside? Did I like, you know, did I learn that he, like, what happened? Did I change or did Drake?
Mods.
And people were like, wow, I can't believe he called Drake the N-word. Like, it's a joke. Obviously, people are like quote tweeting me saying that as a joke. But like, half of the people that were quote tweeting me was just like white. Now, to be fair, I have not listened to the entire Certified Boy Lover album. So, like, maybe the second half is better. I'm up to like, I listened to like 10 or 11 songs and it was all kind of trash. Like, there were some good ones, like the Future one's good, but like not great. But we'll see if the second half is better. Let's see what the number one Drake stan had to say about the album, though. I mean, this guy. Let's see what he had to say. Straight up. Let's DJ Academ.
What top 5 you smoking on, Kendrick? Cause my top 5 is Drake.
Someone said, "Ox sleeping on Drake album, stay woke." He said, "Certified sleepy boy, certified slobber boy." Wait, he pulled a Joe Biden. Like, you know how Joe Biden, when he was talking to the fucking Naftali Bennett,
7 months, let's go, boys.
The new Israeli prime minister, he was like, he was dozing off. He's like, yeah. Oh, look alive, Jack. That's what happened, dude. I love that he woke up bobbing his head. Certified lullaby. He woke up and tweeted this the front. Drake made a classic. Holy. Bro, how did he fall asleep? Like, is this a joke? I don't understand. You have one job, dude. I mean, of course he doesn't have one job. Most of his job revolves around fucking, you know, starting drama and like suckling on the teat of clout demons like Tekashi 69.
1 month away from 1 year.
But like, this was like kind of the job. This is like in the job title is like, it's like the main Drake guy. He drank an entire Henny bottle.
Pretty good.
But then don't do it. Don't drink an entire bottle of Henny at 2 a.m. Also, Henny. I've never said Henny. Hennessy. It sounds like I'm fucking being, you know.
As flex.
He drank an entire bottle of Henny at 2 a.m. That's what it sounded like when I said that.
Pogu.
I don't understand how these guys just do not fear DMCA, by the way. I like that we went from chat was absolutely violating this man last night.
Out today.
We gotta wait till the next bar about food before this fatty wake up. That's really fucked up, dude. So, as I was saying,
love you, Hassie.
Are you taking a break from alcohol? I have stopped drinking for a while now. It's been a while. I mean, partially because like I have to take muscle relaxers at night. Not the good kind though, some fucking whack ass ones. But
Kanye better-based has buff.
But also, I quit like a couple months ago, so I could cut. They usually get paid by the regular labels to listen, and Nick Merckx and Swag have permission to stream from Drake. Wait, what? Nick Merckx and Swag have permission to stream from Drake? What? Someone pretended to be you doing neoliberal hell on DMing neoliberal hell on IG. Hello, it's me, Hassan Picker. Show me boob if you hate conservative. That's good. I mean, I feel like that's valid. That was me. I can't believe she just outed me like that. That's fucked up. That's usually how I DM girls. Like, yo, it's me, Hassan.
The music video we watched a few days ago. I can't find it.
Exposed, bro. Well, best video to sum up Drake and his fans right now.
New package, same as old, man.
Hey, what?
Ain't no new package. Just gonna put that same shit out in a different color gel cap is all. Might spike that shit with some procaine or some caffeine, but otherwise the same.
String, man. People already coming back on us telling us that shit is weak.
I know, shit is weak, but, you know, shit is weak all over. But the thing is, no matter what we call heroin, it's gonna get sold. Shit is strong, we gonna sell it. Shit is weak, we gonna sell twice as much. You know why? Because a fiend, you gonna chase that shit no matter what. It's crazy, you know? We do worse, and we get paid more. The government do better, and it don't mean no never mind.
Okay, this literally works for like 90% of capitalist consumption, by the way. It's not just heroin, but it's like in a time when you functionally have nothing else that's meaningful in your life, and commodity fetishism has created a situation in which, like, you know, your culture is closely associated with your identity, your consumption is closely associated with your identity because you have no other like cultural signifiers. That's not just Drake. It's the same old garbage. I mean, someone immediately said NBA 2K fans. Yeah, literally. That's true. Gamers in general. Any sports game fans, but gamers in general.
Has late months.
Talking about the inelasticity of addictive substances. This is why raising taxes on cigarettes doesn't affect sales. Yeah. And I'm saying that because we are devoid of like any sort of fucking, because we are devoid of any sort of alternative, and in many instances like consumption has taken over like any sort of meaningful interactions that we could have as a community, and as a consequence of alienation we just like desperately look for shit to attach ourselves to. We've gotten to a point where like
Drake put the L in LGBT.
No matter how dog shit the product is, people will fucking you know, consume it, because there's not really a lot of alternatives. Also, you know, speaking of which, you know, I'm very excited about the PlayStation showcase on Thursday. I hear there will be video games now.
Growing hot.
I'm gonna have to dust this off, obviously. Like, that's a little scary, but you know, it's wonderful. I'm pretty sure the Devoid said you were a consumist filling a void. What? The Devoid said I was a consumist? Who is the Devoid, and what the fuck is a What? Bro, if motherfuckers think purchasing a home for myself and my family is like consumerist,
academics is a total
they're
fucking creep.
Fucking insane. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm gonna blast off. We're gonna get to the news. Obviously, there's a lot going on in the world. I totally forgot to fucking do a swipe up on my Instagram and say that I'm live.
Yee.
So I should do that right now. And I also totally forgot, but I will tweet out that I'm live as well. Yee is right.
How does it feel knowing you defeated racism yesterday?
Feels pretty good, honestly. Like, defeating racism was pretty fucking... It was tough to do as a white man, you know what I mean? But feels good. Once again, of course, I, a white man, defeated racism, obviously. I said racism, knock that shit out. This community of white Twitch watchers, mostly. We did it. So yeah. As far as like my personal news goes, I worked out today and I did not have any like significant back pain, so that's pretty good. It was like my first day of like actually working out.
Hello, chat.
Last Tuesday when I worked out, I did have some back pain. I feel like I tweaked it a little bit. So that was one wonderful thing. I feel like this community is lacking though. Like there was a time and place, right, when a day as particularly important as this day would oftentimes get like the community to rise up and make demands, such as play Mufasa.
Mufasa, you know we finally here, right?
And I did not hear that at all.
It's Friday then, it's Saturday, Sunday, what? It's Friday then, it's Saturday, Sunday, what?
Anyway, so yeah. Oh no, Hurricane Ida obliterated the office of conservative undercover operative James O'Keefe and his Project Veritas group. Even Retracto, the stuffed alpaca O'Keefe used as his mascot, was destroyed. No, oh no, or no, dude. That's so sad. Speaking of Doodoo, did you wish Doodoo Daphne a happy birthday? Yeah, I texted her last night. I also shot a video for her, but unfortunately, I was too slow.
Been loving your stream.
Oh, I shouldn't
happy
be saying
anything.
never mind. Okay.
Nice house for you, AMD, your
but yeah, happy birthday to Doodoo Daf. Has your YouTube channel ever gotten a community guideline strike? Do you think YouTube is going overboard with all the strikes on large channels with zero communication? Are they showing their true colors?
8 months.
The Drake Kanye dichotomy summarized in one tweet. New Drake sounding like he's about to cry. She telling me she's an MB. She got the ENTJ energy. She won't get the rest of me. They won't get the best of me. New Kanye threw 3 vocal filters over a beat with 5 different hymns. God told me I need to get more divorced. This is pretty good, dude. That's actually really good. God told me. Felix and Michael, my prominent mod, Michael Hudson, were going back and forth on Twitter writing fake Drake lyrics, and I was reading them cracking up last night. It's just like, I don't know if he's a victim to his own success, Drake, I mean, but like, it's just the same shit. Like, I feel like he saw the recipe, okay? He saw the recipe for success, and he's just been nonstop hammering that over and over and over again. Like, at least when he's a culture vulture and he's like fake, like an islander British guy, you know what I mean? Like, at least that's like kind of new and interesting. But like, his last album is literally just like Drake being Drake, you know what I mean? Just coasting on the brand of Drake, which is why you don't see, I feel like you don't see a lot of fans of Drake arguing on the merits of the album, which is a subjective thing to begin with, right? It's to each their own. But instead they're arguing on the merits of how Drake is the GOAT. Like, that's it. No one is saying like, nah, this song was fucking incredible, whatever. It's all like, no, dude, Drake's the best, dude. Fuck you. It's Drake. You can't say it's bad.
Labor Day weekend.
Finish the album? No, I mean, I can't speak on it yet. I have to. Boy, shut the fuck up. That's how you get your own style. Every rapper sounds like themselves. Maybe he made too much of his own sound. So now it just sounds too much like... Dude, the Drake album is literally just...
Seen all the
what's that TikTok? Like, you know how we've looked at TikToks of like dudes fucking doing the Drake flow? Like, yeah, exactly. He sounds like a parody of himself, dude. He literally just sounds like a parody of Drake. He sounds exactly like the people that were making TikToks about like, this is my, this is my fucking Drake flow. Like, I'm going to teach you guys how to do the Drake flow and rap like Drake. Here's the Drake argument. Drake is the largest artist in the world. His music speaks to so many people. Find a few songs to vibe on to the album and shut the fuck up. Good argument, dude. Do you know approximately the ethnicity and nationality of your viewers? Yeah. Everyone is Islamic. Yes, say you still a minor. Girl, hashtag me too. Oh, these are funny as fuck, dude. Kanye, wondering if I take too much pills. Can I talk to mom tonight? I admit without Donda, it's been hard to be on the righteous path. I am the gloob gob gob. Drake, yes, say you still a minor girl. Hashtag me too.
Pog.
Like, what was that fucking dude in the car?
Plus
What are my thoughts on Drake calling himself? What are my thoughts on Drake calling himself a lesbian, dude? Minecraft stands, get after him. What are you doing? You guys yelled at me when I was talking about like male lesbians and stuff like that. Like, where are the Minecraft stands coming after Drake? They fucking yelled at Tommy in it. Why aren't they yelling at Drake, dude? Certified lesbian boy. Joe Rogan just tested negative for COVID. Congratulations. I'm happy that he is through it. You should get the Drake haircut. I will literally not do that. Okay. I will not do that. There is just no way I would do that. That is an insane demand or request. They're too young to know who Drake is. Drake knows them though.
On your Insta story last night.
Oh, right in the age range for Drake. Drake's like calling up Minecraft stands. Oh my god, dude, why didn't he fucking collab with like Drake should have collaborated with Minecrafters instead of fucking Fortnite, dude. Drake put the L in LGBT. Yeah, and the T stands for Toronto. It seems weird when you throw all this hate towards someone more successful than you. Maybe some ulterior motives at play. This guy's one of the most deranged chatters that has been in the community for a very long time. I recognize his name, which is ironic because, like, you know, many people were saying that about me. I'm still gonna bump to his music. I still listen to it. I still, like, you know, still like Drake. I've said this yesterday. It's virtually impossible to not like these dudes. Maybe with Kanye, he, like, you know, tries to fucking do like some weird ass shit. But when it comes to Drake, like, everything he does is like mathematically designed to fuck your ears in a way that you will like you'll absolutely appreciate it when it comes up in a fucking in a nightclub or on the radio. You know what I mean? React to BBL Drake. I saw that, dude. Wait, where is the
9 months
W for Drake Zoomers? Wow. Aiden Ross said Drake delivered on Certified Lover Boy. Album is heat. It's like all of Drake's eras in one project. I hate them both and their shit music. You don't even like music? No, I listen to music. He collabed with Fortnite because he's a certified boy lover. Most Minecraft stands are girls. New album sounds like it was made by an AI trained to generate a Drake album. I agree. But yeah, as I was saying, like, it's Drake. Like, it's people that are criticizing it either have made hating on Drake their personality trait, which is fine, or they're criticizing it because they're disappointed that there's nothing like new or unique there. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much it. Like, otherwise, like, there's still fucking songs that are gonna be there. I haven't even listened to the entire fucking album, and even then, it's like there's songs that are there that, what the fuck? That's not real, dude. Okay, I take it back. He's great. People are sad it's not a masterpiece, lol. Yeah, exactly. Donda or CLB? Donda. Not even a, like, I think CLB will probably do better, but I like Donda more. Or and I don't even like the entirety of the album of obviously. I think me and Anthony Fantano liked all of the opposite songs on the Donda album. Like, I feel when I was watching his, like, you know, first listening session, I literally was like, oh, this shit's great, actually. And he was just like, yeah, this is whatever. This is repetitive, derivative, whatever. And then he loved all the fucking, like, you know, Christian hymns and shit. Get on Fortnite with Ninja. Forgive me, Lord, I've sinned. Yeah, I'm a boy lover. No.
Love the
anyway, Drake wants to fuck lesbians is weird and he creepy. Yeah, Drake did not realize that he's eliminating the exact demographic that he is seeking to target. Young girls, because they're very averse to this sort of thing. Like, when you say something out of when you say something that could be seen as like misconstrued or seen as controversial, like how you as a cis het male are a lesbian, like, no one that's 17 is gonna fuck with you now, Drake. That's fucked up. So maybe it's a good thing. Worst album cover of all time? Yeah, it was so bad. Let's get started with the news. I mean, you know, What the fuck is this, bro? Mayor Lori E. Lightfoot, certified budget season. Why is she like this? Why is she like this? Like, I don't understand. Like, why does she do stuff like this? That's my mayor dog. We're never ending bail. Are you a Fethullah Gulen supporter? Fuck no, bitch. Fuck Fethullah Gulen. Fucking CIA asset Andy over here living in the fucking Poconos. Yeah, dude, I love the CIA. Big fan. Cam Cedar, we looked at that. It's Friday, we looked at that. All right, let's get started. Brazilian viper venom shows promise as a drug to combat COVID-19. RIP MAGA chuds. I mean, here's the thing, guys. Like, the Brazilian viper venom, like, who knows? What if it works? Like, the point is this. I'm not against any fucking treatment for COVID, okay? It's a viral disease that is spreading like fucking wildfire. We need to figure out a way to combat it. I don't care. Like, I'm on board, right? I'm on board with defeating this disease. So I'm not even against like ivermectin and shit. What I'm actually against is instilling a false sense of confidence and security within people who don't want to get the fucking vaccine by promoting an alternative medication that unfortunately at this time has not been proven to work with COVID, and the manufacturer and also like local and government authorities are telling you not to take it for COVID. So like, of course, that's what I'm against, okay? But if new information came out and if there was like enough studies that showed that ivermectin was fucking feasible, same with hydroxychloroquine, I would of course be like, all right, well, there's enough data now that, yeah, this seems like a smart and good alternative treatment. Meanwhile, Oklahoma's ERs are so backed up with people overdosing on ivermectin that gunshot victims are having to wait to be treated, dude. So maybe don't fucking do that, you know? Like, there is always a price. There is always a price that people pay for this sort of thing, okay? Hassan is a horse girl, thinks he can take ivermectin. No, I'm not saying that. I've been fucking dunking on people and hogs nonstop about ivermectin. But I want people to understand that, like, I'm not against different cures. But what's frustrating always is that these people literally just like jump on it because within the take economy, there was a tweet I retweeted a while ago that perfectly summarized my thoughts that I have on the situation that I've talked about a million times over at this point. But like back in the day, snake oil salesmen, right, would have to sell you a product. It would sell you the snake oil. And that's how they made their money.
Let's go.
Nowadays, snake oil salesmen do not have to market a product. Marketing the product immediately and automatically qualifies them to be like a free thinker, and the clout that they get from that is how they make their money. Do you understand? Like, so these people aren't even fucking doing it to like sell or shill an alternative product that they're directly fucking connected to. I mean, some of the people are. Some of the people are literally selling you ivermectin, like frontline America's frontline doctors or whatever the fuck it's called, like the psychotic hydroxychloroquine people, right? But others are simply doing it because pharmacists are refusing to fill legit human ivermectin scripts. I wonder why they resort to the paste. Dude, you're such a fucking idiot. If people have legitimate ivermectin scripts and pharmacists are unable to fucking...
Are we back?
What? Your snake oil tweet? Alex Jones is reporting that Trump is part of a group that's working to defend the world against a sentient computer that has decided this dude makes 10 million annually selling literal snake oil, while my vids are now being shortened to 2 minutes starting next week. Oh, this was when I was at the Young Turks. Yeah. But this was the retweet I was talking about. Yeah. The horse-based COVID grift is a morbidly fascinating example of how the snake oil sales grift has evolved in the internet era. The grifters profit less from directly selling the snake oil than they do from monetizing the attention they get from advocating the snake oil. As far as I can tell, the ivermectin manufacturers are as horrified by all this as anyone. The horse-pace apologist standard talking point seems to be, haha, stupid blue check. Doesn't know ivermectin is a WHO-approved human drug. They do know that drugs aren't just randomly interchangeable to treat different diseases, right? I'm not a physician, but I'm reliably assured you can't just use chemotherapy drugs to treat hypertension or antibiotics to treat diabetes. In any case, it makes sense as an evil strategy. Selling veterinary drugs for off-label use in humans exposes you to significant regulatory and legal risk at scale. Selling newsletters, books, advertising by promoting the same, far less legally fraught, and likely more lucrative.
11
The
months
other
or
advantage
so.
to the grifters is agility. With no inventory to maintain, they can quickly move on once horse pace runs its course and transfer to the next credibility they've built with their followers to promote the next scam cure that the government is hiding from you. And they did that. They actually did that. They went
I've been
from
here since before we were told to stop
hydroxychloroquine.
people every Yo.
This is the outcome, by the way, okay? But I cannot comprehend a more America ass fucking. I cannot think of a more America ass headline than this. Oklahoma's ER so backed up with people overdosing on ivermectin, horse dewormer, that gunshot victims are having to wait to be treated, a doctor says. Actually, legit needed an ivermectin script 3 years ago before COVID. I'm kind of worried now that if I need it again, I would have trouble getting it. Yeah, the other part of the problem is that, like, and this happened with hydroxychloroquine too. Okay. But, of course, you know, Yolandi Vista says you literally use a drug for shrinking enlarged prostates to reduce your hair loss, dude. Yeah, I know, dude. I know that there's alternative uses for drugs. Except that's FDA approved, dumbass. I'm not taking prostate medication on my own because I decided that, like, it could be good because my favorite podcaster told me, when the FDA is literally telling me not to. That's the difference. Okay? That's the major difference. I am familiar with how drugs work. Yeah, well, I got a non-FDA approved COVID vaccine, so what? What do you mean you did not get a non-FDA approved COVID vaccine? You got a COVID vaccine that was rigorously tested on 40,000 people while simultaneously there was an emergency use authorization applied to it that has now also been fucking full-blown authorized by the FDA. You actually dumbass. You actually stupid person. A fucking vaccine that, like, hundreds of millions of people have taken thus far. There's probably no more annoying type of pedant right now than the, you know, it's a person dewormer too. I don't see why this is a joke types. People are taking the livestock version based on Facebook advice and shitting their intestines out while a vaccine is available. Hope that clears it up. Nothing funny about some guy calling people sheeple online while chewing down on apple flavored horse paste. He got a Billy Bob's feed and seeds. Sorry, grow up. You can't feel like you're on the cutting edge of takes if you agree with the standard lib boilerplate, like, don't poison yourself. That's where it's gotten to, by the way. It's chaotic, man. It's like fucking insane that, like, culture war leads so many in the fucking take factory to just, like, look for something that's unique or different and subversive and disruptive. A truth that, like, you know, they're hiding from you. A truth that, like, no one wants to fucking acknowledge, right? Like, that's why. And they're so desperate for that, like, new thing that they can latch onto that they're literally just like, yeah, that's crazy. I'm totally gonna avoid the numerous, the insane amount of people that are just, like, literally poisoning themselves with a psychotic dosage that's meant for fucking horses instead of getting the fucking vaccine. Like, it's so awesome. The irony, of course, is that when Joe Rogan gets sick, he's not just fucking sucking down on, like, Billy Bob's feed store ivermectin horse paste, okay? He's getting monoclonal antibodies, dude.
Have you ever heard of this?
Why did he do that if he fucking believed in ivermectin so much? Why did he take, like, an actually fucking successful or relatively more successful and better tested measure if he just simply believed in ivermectin? And it's so weird. I'm a doctor currently taking care of a patient with COVID-19 who took ivermectin, which fucked up her liver. So now we're dealing with both the liver and COVID-19. Shit is wild. Yeah, you'll poison yourself, dude. If you take a fucking dosage, that's not like, you're not just shitting out your intestines. You're fucking up your liver. Like, which vaccine did you take? I took the Moderna with an A. I get why people are desperate. And I totally understand it. In any other situation, So, yeah, people are desperate, right? Like, people are desperate for cures. But then we got a fucking vaccine. Like, we got a vaccine, and it was pretty good. And it's still pretty good. Just take the fucking vaccine.
It's fucking people
and it's free.
like obstinate teenage.
So there's no reason for the fucking desperation at this point. I can't believe I'm like advocating for more elitist levels of fucking information gathering that's centralized in an era where we know how manufacturing consent works, but people rigorously apply the doctrine to like all of the weird shit, all of the wrong things. You know what I mean? They never think about how they feel about the Afghan war. If you ask them like fucking a year ago, they'd be like, why are we still in Afghanistan? And now they're like, oh, we should have never left Afghanistan. It's like, why do you think that now? Huh? Dumbass? Because your consent was fucking manufactured, you idiot. Okay? By those very same mainstream media sources that you claim to fucking not care about. Right? But when it comes to a vaccine that is in the best interest of capital for you to take and not kill you, it's like, nope, nope, no way.
Hi.
No way, baby. No how. No way, no how, baby. Biden is declassifying 9/11 document.
10 months pogo.
Good. Originally, what do you call it? Boys, we're eating good on the fucking 20th anniversary of 9/11. I mean, holy fucking shit, dude. That's right.
Hassle.
That's right, dude. That's fucking right. Can this fucking man get even better, dude? What the fuck?
Hey, Hassie, I'd love to see you with you. You've given me hope for the future regardless of all the doomer moments we've had in this stream. White people are happy with love.
I'm sorry, boys. I was ahead of the fucking curve, okay? That's right. I was ahead of the goddamn curve. Everyone's gonna come to my side now. You see this? Just wait. Everybody that yelled at me, everybody that fucking yelled at me, said I like love Al-Qaeda and love terrorism or whatever, that I'm a Muslim man communist who wants to fucking watch the death and destruction of America. Watch all of them turn their fucking, watch all of them change their goddamn opinions, dude. Oh my God, again. Florida anti-maskers and vaxxers freak out during Florida school board meeting.
The people of the state and this district are rising up, and you have awakened a sleeping beast.
Maybe the reason why we have people in the hospitals, all this mask wearing. Did we ever think of that? Did we ever think of that?
What? No, because that's dumb as fuck. That's not the reason why people are in hospitals, you fucking idiot.
IT, man. Let's go.
How do you save that person from themselves, dude? Dude, I don't even care, dude. I don't. I just fucking, oh my God. I don't care anymore. Like I've moved beyond the fucking mask wearing shit. I really have. Just get the vaccine, dude. Please. Oh my God.
Let's go, Dad. We are gonna be together forever.
Putting a mask on those children is robbing them of their education. You are robbing these kids of their developmental rights in terms of education.
Doctors wear masks and they're in the hospitals. Checkmate. Fucking own, dude. God damn, dude. That's so right. Why are you so smart? Doctors are in the hospital all the time, and so are nurses. That's true. Fuck, dude. Owned. You know what's funny? It's like that we're joking about this stuff. Nowadays, every time I make a joke, like hurricanes are a government conspiracy, for example, I take a deep breath and think to myself, like, I really hope there isn't someone out there who's going to like take this seriously and actually start advocating for like, taking on the hurricane head on and not evacuating because it's a fucking made up government conspiracy. Because like, I made that joke, and then the next day there was some fucking dude running up to a local news guy or an NBC guy screaming at him like, cover the hurricane adequately. And obviously it's not because of me, but it's just like wild that there are people that, I just, even the jokes that we make here turn into like real arguments, you know? Like, I can't wait for these fucking dumbasses to literally be like, seatbelts are constraining me. How many people die to seatbelts? Or, how many people die when they're driving sober? More people die driving sober than they die driving drunk. That's right. Why are you preventing me from driving drunk? Alcohol is legal. So is driving. Unless you're an illegal immigrant, that is, of course. In which case, you should not be able to drive. White power. That's the secret the government doesn't want you to know. That was their arguments when seatbelts were first required. I know they did that. And guess what, dude? Guess what? The government was like, shut the fuck up. You're gonna have a seatbelt, you dumb bitch. Like, they went to the manufacturers and they were like, you have to fucking put seatbelts in your cars. And it worked. That was authoritarian, but it fucking worked. It's so dumb. Every action the government takes is inherently authoritarian, okay? They have the authority. Every action. You just have to match it against the consequences of said authoritarian nature of law or regulation. Like, what are the negative impacts? And what are the positive impacts? That's how laws work. That's how rules and regulations and restrictions work. Technically, you're being authoritarian towards boy lovers when you make pedophilia illegal. Okay? They want to fuck boys, and the government says no. That's technically authoritarian, but not a single person, with the exception of like some fucking psychopaths, would ever argue against that. Except libertarians do argue against that sometimes, so oh my god. Bro, my mom walked in as we were doing the chud voice and said, white power. I'm starting to think she thinks I'm a neo-Nazi. Yeah, don't worry. Ivermectin is shown to reduce sperm count in men. Good. I don't want these motherfuckers to repopulate anyway, dude. Good. It's like self-appointed eugenics for themselves, dude. Fuck it. Yeah. What is this? QAnon and sovereign citizens are coming for the child welfare system? What? I'm gonna die, dude. I just like, I can't. It fucking hurts my brain. Anyway, let's get to Hurricane Ida. Hurricane Ida is so insanely fucking powerful that it is ripping through the fucking Northeast now, okay? This shit made landfall in Louisiana. And it's still insanely powerful that it caused historic floods in the Northeast. And more than 40 people have died so far. New York City's fucking flooded. New Jersey was flooded. Absolutely psychotic. It combined with Hurricane Henri, which made landfall in the Jersey Shore area. And not a single person, for some reason, is like, hey man, it kind of seems like there's some shit going on here with the climate change, dude. What's going on? Seems rather suspicious that we just have these more erratic and more extreme weather conditions
been to any doctor's visits, and I've been
that have become commonplace, like these historic floods.
Then you have the nerve to buy a house. Match 13 months.
Stay woke, sheeple. It was New York's first flash flood emergency in history. Yeah, and they fucking did not deal with it well, okay? And meanwhile, on the other side of the fucking continent, on my side of the continent, we're on fire. You guys are underwater, and we're on fucking fire. Nonstop, like literally nonstop. So, great stuff overall, I think. Nothing to look at, nothing to consider.
1 year poggers, 1
Oh, there's a thread of flood videos here. Let's take a look at what the fuck was going on. Different people cope with their reality in their own way. First of all, dude, the government had to issue a fucking warning not to do this. And if you're in New York, don't fucking do this, dude. It's literally dookie water, okay? There's toxic waste, there's dookie, and there's like a whole bunch of fucking bacteria and different animals in there. You're literally swimming in poop. This was insanity. I showed this yesterday. This was in fucking Rhode Island, dude. Look at this. Look at this. Like, this is what happens to American infrastructure, dude. Watch.
Just
Take a good look at what happens with rainfall and flash floods in fucking Rhode Island.
Here right now. The road is collapsed. You have a car hanging over the edge here. Just an unbelievable scene here. The road is collapsed all the way down, probably about halfway up, all the way down here.
Motherfuckers like Joe Manchin look at this and go, I don't know. What about inflation? That's a big threat to our national security. Our debt. Our debt's a big problem. I don't know if I want $3.5 billion in infrastructure spending, I think. Especially after the bipartisan infrastructure bill that we already put together. That's going to be hard infrastructure. That's going to, put some of the funds towards roads. Well, okay. How about we also fucking combat the extreme weather changes, and take action so that the world is not heating up even further. Nope. Good time to write an article about fucking the debt, dude. Richest country in the world, baby. That's right. Look right at it, dude. Wealthiest nation in the history of the planet. Wealthiest nation on Earth. And that's what we got going on. There was a life-threatening tornado in New Jersey. In fucking New Jersey, dude. Oh, and then, of course, this is what people were doing during the fucking insane historic floods that were happening. Hey, at least a lot of the rats in the MTA drowned. No, they didn't, bro. They were fucking swimming. You're wrong. Oh, yeah? You think the fucking rats were drowning, bro? Yeah, were they? No, motherfucker. They love it, dude. They're loving it, dude. The rats are fucking, Look at that. Pete Buttigieg just having fun.
Oh, ina mo. Swimming lesson ka pa, ha? My goodness, ayoko na talaga.
Look how fucking fat that is, dude. That's a fat-ass rat, too. That's actually been proven to be a video of a rat in the Philippines from like 4 years ago. Bro, this was the best tweet I've ever seen, though. This shit would have pissed me off. My crib flooded and Ratatouille treating it like a lazy river. You're watching it slowly drown, by the way?
Oh, ina mo. Swimming lesson ka pa, ha?
Those rats know how to keep their frame.
Maybe he's dying. I don't know. It is the Philippines. The cameraman speaking Tagalog. Sorry. Patterson turned into a river. Yeah, I mean, look, if you're ordering fucking Grubhub or Postmates or whatever the fuck during a hurricane, like, have fun with the dookie water, in your food. Like, you ordered Chinese food, dude, it's lo mein with a side of dookie water, okay? So have fun with that. No, it's not. Dying rats can swim for like 2 days straight. Yeah, I thought rats can swim. People were saying like
the vegans.
People are saying that like rats can't swim, but I'm pretty sure they can. Why focus on this? What the fuck? They're teaching CRT at schools. Anyway, apparently AOC's trying to track down the guy. The person who shot the video wants to give him the royalties to him. AOC's trying to track down the guy. Maybe they'll find him. Hopefully.
Pogu 12-month Sarjan.
What is this? YOLO? Like, that's poop, man. That's poop. You just jumped in poop, dude. Yo, white people, what the fuck are you doing, dude? White people be normal challenge, dude. Why? Impossible difficulty.
12-month Sarjan.
Impossible difficulty. Yo, Philadelphia is just the worst place on earth, bro. This is a state where motherfuckers eat horse poop when they're celebrating, okay? So he's probably a fucking Eagles fan who's like, yeah, tastes like the horse poop I had when the Eagles won. Yeet, yeet. What the fuck is wrong with, dude, these, oh my God, I can't, dude. I swear to fucking God, dude, there is something seriously wrong with, like, white people do this and still cross the street when they see a brown or black person? Yeah, because the only thing that white people are afraid of is black people, okay? That's it. They're not afraid of anything else, dude. They like horror movies. I don't understand it. It's just like they're not afraid of anything. They're not afraid of bacteria. They're not afraid of infection. They're only afraid of black people. We're a lot of things, but we're not Philly. Yeah, at least, listen, You wake up in the morning and you think, fuck, man, I live in New Jersey. This kind of sucks. At least you don't live in Philadelphia, okay? And that's the best part of fucking Pennsylvania, too. That's the worst part of this is, like, this is literally the redeemable part of Pennsylvania. The rest of Pennsylvania is Pencil-fucking-tucky, dude. Holy shit. It's also wild to just, like, do this because what if there's a fucking truck down there? You know what I mean? You have no idea what the fuck's going on down there.
Yikes.
Like, you don't know what the fuck is underneath, dude. You could have just died right there. Like, this dude could have just fucking died.
So many people.
Are you afraid of black people then, white guy? Yes, I'm terrified.
Sorry for forgetting for months, Teresa.
In fairness, we did run marching Nazis out of town on July 4th. British people are looking at this like, I don't understand. This is what the River Thames looks like every day. And we love the River Thames. He was probably diving for eels so we could make some jellied fucking eels, bruv.
Nice.
That's not even a joke. That's literally what fucking the Thames, the they-thems river in the UK. This is exactly what it looks like. That's just the Thames, innit? That's clean water, bruv. Look, it's the one fucking day in the UK when the sun's out. We take the fucking bruvs out for a little deep air. That's proper form from this fucking lad. Time lapse showing how quickly the flood came in Tennessee. Oh my god, dude. This is 12 minutes. Boy, that's the fucking River Thames, bruv. Not the package, yeah. Oh my god, that's a house. Or whatever. That's one of those new ADUs that they converted to a studio apartment. Gone. How dare you? This is so insensitive. That would be $3 million in LA. Package is gone. That's a PlayStation 5, dude. Jesus Christ, dude.
Much love from Scotland.
Holy fucking shit, dude. We should never do something about this. I don't think. I think that things are totally fine. Things are perfectly normal. That we are not living in the fucking hyper-capitalist trash future dystopia that we always saw in the movies. And this shit is like just normal. Just normal stuff. Just perfectly normal, dude. So I look to this and I say to myself, what about the deficit? You know? I look to this and I say to myself, what about, I mean, fuck infrastructure, dude. What about the fucking deficit, okay? Why is nobody talking about our debt? Why? That's my priority. What about inflation? I look at the subway stations. For the wildest part about New Yorkers is like motherfuckers are still getting in the train. Look at this. Look. There's like some dude who was like, all right, well, I mean, you know, it's still going, right? Like, I just saw someone just walk through that water door. He's like, sorry, I got Grubhub. I'm gonna be late. That's. I don't understand the big deal with hurricanes and floods. 99.9% survival rate. Yeah, exactly. There's people who died because you know, they were unhealthy or you know, they didn't know how to swim. You know, it's just like, dude, what the fuck? Individualism, American individualism. Oh no. Oh no, we put it out there. Oh, fuck me. That's unironically going to be some shit that people say now. Oh no, dude. Just insanity, dude. Just absolute insanity. Like, what do you do then? Like, what do you do in this situation? And that's just poop water filling into your fucking apartment building. Like, that's just straight up poop water rushing through that doorway into your apartment. Friend from Mullica Hill sent this on the tornado damage. Prayers for everyone. Yeah. Holy fuck, my hood is fucked. That's a nice hood, dude. That's insane. These people are so stupid. Like, move already. What do you mean? Are you fucking joking? This is not like The reason why this devastation is so fucking high is because they can't even move. They didn't even know they needed to move, you know? I mean, I know it was a joke, but like they didn't even know this was an area that deserved evacuation. You know what I mean? Imagine you fucking buy a house and it's like, I know he was making fun of the Ben Shabibo take, but it's like these houses aren't even in fucking flood zones, dude. They're just literally normal houses. Home Depot in Jersey. Look at this shit. And then tornadoes are commonplace in a place like Oklahoma, right? Except Oklahoma is so fucking insane that not only tornadoes are commonplace, they decided to like also, you know, play on New Game Plus difficulty by fracking aggressively against fault lines, which then increased the frequency and size of like all the fucking tectonic shifting that's occurring in the state. So now they're just like they're a literal fucking earthquake state. So just we are literally directly fucking ourselves routinely. This is the crazy thing. I remember hearing about this on NPR. Like, isn't there, the top is closed, right, in the stadium, or no? Like it was raining so much, it was like raining from the side. You were like getting hit from the fucking side. Anyway, so that's what happened in New York and New Jersey and numerous parts of the Northeast. And then, you know, more than 40 have died in the widening devastation from
Hurricane Ida. The picture's still coming in. This is a storm that swept across more than 1,000 miles of this country, and so far, at least 58 people have died as a result of Ida, including 45 in the Northeast, 13 in the South. What happened was record rainfall caused record flooding, catching many people by surprise in their cars and in their homes. In Louisiana, where the storm made landfall, the power...
I was working at the only bar in my town in PA, and we had a pretty decent flooding in the power loss. And my boss and our boss kept calling to make sure we were working. Worst part, people actually came in like nothing was happening. Where the fuck was your boss? Did he evacuate?
Remember when the East Coast
so he evacuated because like, whoa, what the fuck? I'm not going to be there because there's floods, dude. But he was like calling in to make sure that you guys were still working. That's nice. That's insane, dude. That's fucking insane. Here, this is what happened to Louisiana. Specifically, Grand Isle, obviously, that's the worst impacted because, you know, this was 40% of the buildings were destroyed in the area. It's a fucking island, kind of. So, and it directly took the hurricane head on. The Patriot Stadium is 5 minutes from my house and completely underwater. Okay, so at least some good came out of it. Never mind. Okay, I take my I take it back. Okay, hurricanes not so bad. Fuck the Patriots. That's right.
Power is still out for hundreds of thousands of people, and that means shortages of food, of water, and of fuel. President Biden will visit the area later today, but let's go first to our Mola Lengi, who's in hard-hit Wayne, New Jersey. Mola, good morning to you. I was watching rescues all day yesterday on local news. What are you seeing this morning?
Well, good morning. Yeah, flooding is still a concern as some of the large...
Oh, not the NFL Patriots? Oh.
Rivers in the area continue to rise, including the Passaic River behind me here. But one person was killed when they were swept away in floodwaters not too far from here, and the search is being ramped up for two college...
Yeah, conservatives look to this and go, oh, well, they actually weren't killed by the flooding. They were killed because, you know, they got hit in the head, and it's actually like a head collision from a rock. You know, anything to fucking move away from the actual fucking point.
Students whose car may have gotten pulled into this river.
Morning right now.
Across the Northeast, first responders rescue those in danger from rising tides and powerful floods. In New Jersey, this police officer saved a man stuck in his submerged car. Boats went house to house in Delaware and Pennsylvania to save the stranded. Meanwhile, these New York residents were carried to safety on a bulldozer.
The problem is, like, we have no way of dealing with issues like this because the enemy is invisible. Like, the enemy oftentimes is ourselves, right? So we have no way of dealing with this. We can't shoot at it. We can't drone strike it. We can't bomb it. So we have no way of dealing with it. That's... like, we're coming closer and closer to the reality that I've envisioned in the past, like in a truly just system that in a society that cares about its people, we would literally completely flip the military into what it is a jobs program, exclusively revolving around murdering and destabilizing entire regions, and then creating an environment ripe for extracting natural resources, and and creating a never-ending cycle of violence that only seeks to feed the military-industrial complex. And you get a little bit of a trickle down if you're upper middle class enough to be able to buy some Raytheon stock and then think you're like actually doing something. Flipping that entire system on its head and using the military jobs program to like rebuild, construction, recovery, relief, gonna be a necessity. But we don't know how to do it. Like, we just don't know. We don't know how to fucking deal with invisible enemies. We don't know how to deal with COVID. We don't know how to deal with fucking hurricanes. We don't know how to deal with flooding. We don't know how to deal with the drastic, disastrous impacts of climate change that we ourselves have caused. And that's the unfortunate reality. That's why we just keep getting owned over and over and over again. A normal, sane country sees a problem and they seek to deal with it. Japan has a massive earthquake problem. What do? They fucking build in an effort to mitigate. They build buildings and focus a lot on R&D to ensure that their fucking buildings are wobbly, okay?
I was worried about my ex-boyfriend that lived in the
wobbly enough that they don't fucking, blow up at the site of an earthquake.
Earlier this year. Sag.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Shoot the hurricane.
Matt Bush Jr. escaped the water on the shoulders of a first responder.
Because it's really deep and I'm cold.
Ida tore through the region, leaving flooded neighborhoods, a submerged stadium, and rushing water strong enough to send this shipping container floating and pile cars on top of each other.
We wasn't prepared for anything like this. This is the worst I've ever seen it, even with Sandy.
Here's what it is, by the way. They're not prepared for this. This is the worst thing we've ever seen. Until next year, that's going to be the worst thing that they've ever seen. Okay? Right now, this is the worst thing we've ever seen, right? And it totally is. There's truth to that. Can't wait until, next year it's the worst that they've ever seen. Who could have seen this coming? Not the fucking scientists who have a gay communist agenda, obviously, that keep warning that, like, we are literally, we're at a place with climate change, which I don't cover that much because it's such a fucking doomerism-inducing subject to talk about, especially with a younger audience. But, like, scientists are literally like, we're fucked. At this point, it's like we have to start dealing with
11 months.
The most disastrous consequences. We have to like start retooling our infrastructure. I don't even know if we can actually prevent further heating from occurring. Like, it's kind of over. And they've been saying that for what? They've been saying that for 40 years, man. Yeah, and they're right. What the fuck do you mean? They're literally right.
Bruno.
Unless you're the type of dude who's like, they've been saying that for 40 years, man. It didn't end. Like, you think this shit ends with like one meteor just falling onto the planet or something like the dinosaurs? Even that took time.
Hassle.
Since basement started flooding, he tried to drive to a friend's house to borrow a pump.
You had to climb out a window? I climbed out the window because I knew if I opened the doors, all that water was, get in the vehicle. Is that scary? I was kind of nervous, so I didn't know what to expect, but thank God I'm safe, made it back safely, and now this is the aftermath of what we're going through.
In places where water has receded, communities are left to dry out and pick up the pieces.
Look at that tornado!
Crews are cleaning up towns torn apart by tornadoes and fixing crumbled roads that swallowed up cars. Governor Phil Murphy toured the damage in New Jersey.
This is going to take us some time to dig out of, there's no question about it.
As the storm moved through the region, homes flooded, and the New York City subway system shut down after the onslaught of rain.
Like, we see all this shit, and there's still motherfuckers like, dude, actually, you're kind of a fucking douchebag for still consuming plastic straws. It's like, dude, we are literally, like, you got fucking cancer, okay? You have cancer, like, ripping through your body, and you're mad at someone. Like, you're like, why can I not get a Band-Aid? Like, why can I not get a Band-Aid for a fucking pimple I have in my face, okay?
80% no exploit speed run.
That's what it feels like.
Storms affect all of us, but what we've got to recognize is the suddenness, the brutality of storms now. It is different.
People across the region were caught off guard by the rare weather, described as a once-in-500 event. Now, all the more common because of climate change.
It's time for an...
Oh, God, one of the bad takes? No, man, it's not. We need, like, full-blown systemic change to deal with this. Like, that's what I'm saying. Tackling the issue through consumer-side activism is so fucking stupid and so false. Not that, like, people shouldn't stop trying, but it's such a foolhardy endeavor that only makes people feel like they're doing something positive and happy, that it's not even an idea that was unique. It was created by fucking oil lobbyists. The oil and gas industry literally was like, we should use the individualistic mindset that Americans have against them to shift the attention away from like what our impact is on climate change, which we know is real, which we will avoid you from like recognizing that it's fucking real, and we will literally use it on you. Do both. Doing both impossible, Pepega? No, do both. 6 cruise ships pollute the same amount as all the cars in Europe combined. Oh my God, dude, don't get me fucking started, okay? Man accused of accosting MSNBC Shaquille Brewster once drilled holes into chemical tanks.
I think it is time for me to start a new save, so I am wiping it all clean. The big lizards were cool, but they were
Public help locate the Ohio man
kind
accused
of
of assaulting an NBC and MSNBC correspondent shooting a live segment from the beach at Gulfport during Hurricane Ida. An arrest warrant was issued Tuesday for Benjamin Eugene Dagley, 54, of Wooster, Ohio, on charge of 2 counts of simple assault. Brewster moved away from the man, but the video feed showed the man followed and got near Brewster's face. The video of the assault was widely shared on social media. He had previous charges because he broke into an electroplating company that replaced the one he previously owned, where he drilled holes in the tanks that had dangerous chemicals. The website said one employee went to the hospital after being exposed. Police called the incident a potential environmental disaster, the website reported, based on a Cleveland police report. Surveillance footage later revealed Dagley drilled into the tanks of sodium cyanide, hydrochloric acid, yellow chromate, ferrous chloride, and sulfuric acid, according to the current owner, Ed Cochran, the website reported. If you mix the cyanide and hydrochloric acid, you basically have the cyanide gas of World War I. It would certainly produce a toxic vapor that could kill. While Dagley was no longer an owner of the business, he was involved in a financial dispute involving the property. He was indicted on 9 charges, including felonious assault, inducing panic, vandalism, breaking and entering, and charges involving criminal use of chemical or biological materials.
Love you.
In July 2018, Dagley was sentenced to 30 days in jail and 5 years on probation. He was also ordered to complete an anger management program. Violation of his probation could result in more jail time. Dude, how is it that black dudes fucking go to jail for like stealing I don't know, like a Gillette razor for like 30 fucking years, and then motherfuckers that are doing literal terrorism are going to jail for 30 days. What the fuck is wrong with the system, bro? I swear to God. It's insane. I'm not even saying like this guy should be in jail permanently or forever or anything like that. But it's so wild to me that like there's dudes, people go to fucking jail in New York still because they're just too poor to pay cash bail. Like they can't wait for the court, the court system is so fucked up and overloaded that they're just like, yeah, you're going to stay in jail. Innocent until proven guilty, but you're in jail. Meanwhile, this guy who's a business owner, so he's fine. He dressed like Family Guy when he attacked the reporter. I know, that's the biggest crime of all. 25 years for fucking weed. What the fuck? Yeah, there's people in jail for fucking, not to be a doomer, but I studied Earth systems in college, and the amount of momentum of warming is already decades beyond fixing this. These are century-long processes to fix. This guy has some really good videos, dude. I love that one video that he did. Where is it? Where is the fucking... The CIA video that he did is my favorite. Especially because the music is so good on it. Is it this one?
Oh, the light went out.
Oh no!
Come on. It's a scuba Subaru.
It's a Scubaroo!
It's a Scubaroo. Dude, this shit's... Dude, it's moving.
Oh yeah!
Oh my god! Wow.
Lesbians stay undefeated in flooding situations, okay? can make it. You can make it. Obviously, I love this fucking video because, like, it's real, true, and also...
Thank for teaching me stuff.
I stopped by my dad's house this morning and he had the Epoch Times on the counter. How do I talk to an old Americentric boomer about Falun Gong? Literally just show them the Wikipedia page for Falun Gong. That's all you need to do, honestly. Like, Strong Bin is the band law. Just show them the fucking Wikipedia page, dude. They're psychos.
Hasanabi.
We already watched this. Why the United States can't handle crises. Oh, no, maybe not. That passed 2 weeks ago. Your content has helped me get through it. Thanks. Oh, man, I'm sorry for your loss, man. Did you see this comedy seller in New York making people pay as there's flooding? Capitalism is where the comedy seller keeps you in the basement for an extra 15 minutes to make sure everyone pays while the place is literally flooding. That's awesome. That's actually awesome. That's fucking awesome, dude. There was a fire in a nightclub in Brazil where a lot of people died, and part of the reason was because the bouncers wouldn't let people out.
Are you educators? Don't you know that?
I want to talk about the real pandemic, child sex trafficking. By putting masks on these kids' face, you can't identify any of them.
They don't care about your children. As a matter of fact, they hate them. They hate your kids. They hate my kids. They hate your kids. They hate my kids. Get it?
99.9 live through this flu, especially the kids, and the data proves that too. Science and laws shouldn't be changing so fast. Has Nuremberg taught us nothing of medical tyranny in the past?
Bro, what do you do about that? Like, what do you do about this person? Like, it's GG's, you know what I mean? Like, what? Is that Rose's new poem? Yeah, she defeated racism. Now she's defeating the true villain.
Perfect timing.
Literally worse than Nuremberg. Here, by the way, I'm a VIP Chelsea. Long-time community member. Also, everyone yells at me all the time. These people have got to be paid actors. Hope you're doing all right. Wait, did I run the fucking ad or did I forget to run it? No, I ran it. Okay, good. Holy shit. I'm from around Nuremberg and they never told me about COVID.
Alamau.
Yeah, now that I VIP Chelsea, she's never going to come back. It's over. It's just how it works, folks. This is just how it is. Breaking news, ivermectin will save you from drowning, 20% off. Only until Ida reaches Canada.
That's so joke at batsojoke.me.twitch.
Let's finish this video, sorry.
We have to make a change to protect the lives of the people of this city.
As the death toll continues to rise, those who made it to safety are especially grateful.
I know we lost everything, materialistic, everything, you know, that you can just repair, you know, but family you can't bring back.
Well, there's still a lot of streets, parking lots, driveways like this one used to be a driveway that are still underwater. It could take some time for a lot of this standing water to recede, and only then, Gail, can these communities begin to assess the damage.
I know those.
So, how to escape from your car trapped in floodwaters? I mean, I don't want to cover all this stuff, but
this morning,
Joe Biden talked about the abortion law, which we're going to get to in a second. But the last thing I want to tie to this to is, like, at a time when this shit's popping off, when climate change is directly responsible for the erratic weather conditions, the extreme weather conditions that are oftentimes cataclysmic, that happen once in a fucking lifetime, pretty much happening so regularly now. The fact that we don't have a comprehensive, full-blown, systemic way of tackling these issues, and also trying to mitigate rather than even prevent, because, like, prevention is GG's. Like, I do truly believe that we don't really have a way to prevent this. I don't. I think we're far too gone. But as far as, like, mitigation goes, like, we need money to solve these issues. We need money to make sure that there are better flood prevention measures in areas that previously were not considered to be flood zones, for example, okay? We need better infrastructure. As I showed you, the roads are fucking crumbling. And we need, more than ever perhaps, people like Joe Manchin to shut the fuck up. We need him to shut the fuck up. But instead, at a time when, like, you know, the Afghan withdrawal is, like, dying down in the news and people aren't like fake caring about the Afghan women anymore, and we've moved on to, like, the animal sanctuaries that were in Afghanistan and stuff like that, or, like, the inanimate objects that we left behind that, oh my god, what about those MRAPs that are fucking dog water? when we've moved to that position now, you know, and climate change and its worst fucking consequences are being experienced by the Pacific Northwest in the form of nonstop wildfires, with wildfire seasons prolonging or are getting longer, and then also in the Northeast and in just the East Coast in general, hurricanes are causing massive amounts of flooding. Joe Manchin was like, I need to be in the news. I don't know why people aren't talking about me. Joe Manchin, who famously was outed by an Exxon lobbyist for just being the fucking dog of the Exxon lobbyist. Joe Manchin was also outed for being the main guy that talks to the billionaires and tells them, like, I will be the disruptive force in Congress if you need me to. So that Joe Manchin wrote an op-ed. Okay, he wrote a fucking op-ed titled, literally, as like all of those horrific images that I was showing you. Okay, at that time, Joe Manchin was like busy typing away, dude. Why I won't support spending another $3.5 trillion amid inflation, debt, and the inevitability of future crises. Congress needs to take strategic pause. That's incredible, dude. Now, the irony, of course, is that, like, he's going to shut the fuck up and actually vote for this. I do believe it. I do believe that he's going to vote for this bill. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that, like, I do believe that he will inevitably vote for this. He's just, like, doing the Joe Manchin thing. But it's just, like, the fact that also, it's not just Manchin, it's 10 other centrist Dems and supporters of the filibuster. Yeah, I know. I know that, like...
RTD suffer. Cap.
Here's one thing I need to mention. Okay? You can threaten committee positions and things like that. You can always pressure politicians. Like, it's not impossible. Just because Joe Manchin is a Democrat in a plus 35 red state does not change the reality that, like, you know, that these people are susceptible to outside pressure, or rather internal pressure from the party. Joe Manchin loses all of his fucking clout and brownie points and reasons for being a politician if he is no longer a Democrat. A part of this argument that we consistently forget is that, like, he needs to be the Democrat in the room that everyone talks about. If he was a Republican, he'd just be like any other fucking Republican. All of a sudden, he's no longer getting the same amount of benefactors. That would cut into his money pool. So this threat that he would, like, you know, turn heel and become a Republican, I think it's fucking bullshit. I don't believe he would do that, because it's in his best interest to maintain the I'm the centrist Democrat position. Centrist Republicans don't get the same level of clout that centrist Democrats do. So that's my take on it. Friday fun fact, Joe Manchin won't propose repurposing Afghanistan war money for USA infrastructure years and years ago. Well, at the time, that was a bold... He could never win a GOP primary either. Yeah, that's the other thing, but I don't even know if he wants to run again, to be honest. So that's the other issue. That's the other scary thing, you know what I mean? This is false. These people know it's false. And empirically, to the extent that there were Sanders Trump voters, they were mostly older moderates and conservatives, not the progressives on the internet that they've been whining about for half a decade. Here's one now years old conversation about the actual numbers. Yeah, I mean, they'll never stop about this because they're fucking idiots, dude. Like, this thread, it's time for the media to admit Bernie cost Hillary the election, is just a repurposed argument that has been disproven time and time again. There were more fucking Hillary to John McCain voters than there were Bernie to Trump voters, okay? It's like a silly fucking percentage that ultimately was still the fault of Hillary Clinton for being a dog shit candidate. I'm sick and tired of this fucking nonsense, dude. And I say this as someone who voted for Hillary Clinton and knew how terrible Donald Trump was going to be for some of the reasons that we foresaw, some of the reasons that we fucking literally experienced. I'm sick and tired of this fucking bullshit, though. Like, people that are constantly trying to figure out who voted for Jill Stein or who voted for fucking third-party candidates, blah, 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 blah. Like, it doesn't matter. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut up. It's your fault. You had billions and billions and billions of dollars. Bill Clinton literally urged Donald Trump to run because they thought that he would be easy prey to fucking take down. And they were wrong. Hillary Clinton didn't run a good enough fucking campaign. That's just the goddamn truth. And it was such a fucking silly thing and so understandable and so normal. If you ever stepped outside of the fucking Beltway, politics wonk circles, you would have recognized that Hillary Clinton is a disgusting candidate that no one fucking liked across the board. So much so that she was less likable than Donald Trump. And ultimately, she still won the popular fucking vote. I don't understand why people keep jerking off. Like, these Democratic strategists keep fucking writing about this shit. Dude, you guys are fucking losers, okay? You're fucking failures. You're a fucking failure. If you're a Democratic strategist, you are a fucking failure. And it is built into your strategy. Failing is a part of the democratic process. You want to fail so you don't have to do anything. So shut the fuck up. Stop crying about Bernie Sanders, man. Jesus fucking Christ. Like, Republicans literally fucking drive failures into the sea, okay? They make do while being in the minority, okay? They are unpopular, their policies are unpopular, and they still end up winning because they game the fucking system. And liberals sit there and go, I don't know how this is happening. Like the Supreme Court. Like the fucking Supreme Court. Everybody's like, they will actually save Roe v. Wade. Like, oh, dude, these guys care about jurisprudence like we do. It's like, no one does. I don't even think you do either. This is like extreme levels of copium that unironically resembles the fucking Trump psychos who are like, oh, Trump actually won, brother. Like, shut the fuck up. Shut up. I think you're projecting Pepega. What? Bernie Sanders campaigned better and more in key states than Hillary Clinton did. Okay? That's not on Bernie. That's on Hillary Clinton. I'm sorry. That's just the fucking truth.
Thanks for the entertainment and news coverage.
You lost the fucking layup. But because of the weird DNC like attitude towards losing with grace and gracefully losing, because that's like built into the neoliberal identity, is like, as long as we're losing, but we can still fucking drum up support and we can still make money off of donations from all the dumbass like New York Times readers, we're fine. Trump is great. We can fucking fundraise off of that all day, every day. So they don't give a shit. They like don't give a shit about losing, clearly.
1 year.
Republicans want to win.
Keep up the good work.
They actually do. They want to win. They want to like do it every now and then. They want to do something for the small minority of like diehard fucking voters. And they'll take any extent. They will do anything they can to fucking push for that agenda. So much so that they brought back vigilantism in the state of Texas so they could fucking destroy Roe v. Wade, not through the federal or not through the government, like the local government, because they knew that that would always be declared unconstitutional. That they found a fucking vigilante loophole to close down every abortion clinic and terrify doctors and nurses into submission through civil suits that they can launch. That's what happened. And the Supreme Court fucking totally allowed that to happen. Instead of saying, no, this is an insanely unconstitutional thing because you're functionally destroying Roe v. Wade, okay? Instead of saying, hold the fuck up, we're going to stop this for now until we deliberate and until we figure out like how this is working, the Supreme Court was like, no, this is great. And the reason why they did it in the dead of the fucking night rather than out and about and openly was because they knew that you would find out and you would, they wanted to mitigate the negative consequences of said action. Supreme Court has a bunch of demons on it now. Supreme Court's always had a bunch of fucking demons, dude. Yeah, I know. This is really fucking scary, too. This is terrifying shit. I saw Asita retweet this and say, this is how a political movement works. It has gotten to a point where Republicans can literally agitate to murder their own base in the way that they're doing currently. Okay? They can murder their own fucking base and still win elections despite being the minority party. They're passing bills in areas where they have the control over the legislature that dictates that, you know, I mean, it's like the Texas fucking voting laws are so psychotic that it's literally like, yeah, if you want to have 24-hour, like, you know, vote by mail centers, you can't have them anymore. Why? You know, if you work, we just want to make sure you can't fucking vote. We want to make it as hard as possible to vote. And the other irony here, and this like triggers the fuck out of me, it's just like these people are so dumb, so stupid. They're perpetual fucking losers, and they constantly fucking cry about Bernie, and they whine and whine and whine. And it's like, no, dog, you're just a fucking loser. And you know you're a fucking loser. Your job is to lose, okay? Your job is to perpetually lose, because if Democrats actually literally fucking pushed for the policy positions that they, or the values that they espouse, they would go against the interests of the actual benefactors, the wealthy benefactors, and the corporations that line their fucking pockets, okay? That's why they have to be in a permanent controlled opposition position. So much so that they won't even advocate for like free fucking education. Republicans know that free college is basically more Democrats, okay? And Democrats are such pussies that they don't want more fucking Democratic voters. Like, if you wanted to win, you would do things that would allow you to fucking win. You would absolutely advocate for more fucking education opportunities. It's good for the economy, and it's good for the Democratic Party. More educated people means more fucking Democratic voters. They don't even want to do that. There's layup bills that you could just fucking pass. Federal level legalization of marijuana, okay? Decriminalization of and legalization of marijuana at the federal level. Layup. Everybody smokes weed. It's fucking psychotic. Free college doesn't work economically. That's not true, dude. You're a fucking idiot. It works in other countries. Shut the fuck up. Shut your stupid, dumb, uneducated ass up, okay? Just don't talk. If you're gonna say dumb shit, just don't talk.
As buff.
Anyway. So, you know.
Yo.
Democrats are silly bitches that love losing, so it's wild that they fucking talk about how, you know, it's because Bernie that they lost. They should be thanking Bernie then. If Bernie was genuinely the reason why they lost, they should be thanking Bernie every fucking day of the week, because they love losing. They're fucking losers. They're perpetual losers.
Burn.
This is just like bait, dude. I can't. I don't even want to look at that. I see people that advocated for Ruth Bader Ginsburg to not retire because she's a fucking girl boss when she was 700 years old and her body was like literally being eaten alive by cancer over and over again. Okay? I saw those very same people that were like, no, she's a fucking girl boss, sweaty. She will retire when she wants to. How dare you? Those very same people turned around and are now saying like this is Bernie Sanders' fault. I don't know. Did Bernie Sanders make sure Ruth Bader Ginsburg didn't retire, dumbass? Did Bernie Sanders make Ruth Bader Ginsburg officiate a fucking wedding for a bunch of dumbass liberals in the middle of the fucking pandemic and then die 2 weeks later? I'm not saying she died of COVID, but it is rather fucking odd that she officiated a fucking wedding in the middle of like the apex of COVID, okay? And then she fucking died. Anyway. So let's hear what the fuck's going on in Texas now.
The growing fallout from that Texas law banning most abortions. Overnight, Planned Parenthood asked.
Hey, by the way, Breyer should fucking retire. He should. Like immediately. Also 83 years old. Psychotic.
11 months ago.
A Texas court to temporarily block this law from taking effect. Rachel Scott joins us from Houston right now. Rachel, you've spoken to doctors who say they are already having to turn women away.
Yes, Cecilia, good morning. Both providers and patients are struggling to come to terms with the new reality here in Texas. We went inside one clinic here in Houston. The doctor there telling me that since this law went into effect, abortions have all but stopped. This morning, Democrats and abortion activists are scrambling to challenge the most restrictive abortion law in the nation.
Very harsh. I think it feels inhumane. I think we're tired.
We met Dr. Bava Kumar inside this Planned Parenthood center in Houston. He tells me he normally performs between 20 to 30 abortions a day. But since the new law, he's only seen 6 patients and had to turn half of them away.
She was surprised. She was distraught. And we began to explore options and think through the logistics of if she would be able to go out of state for the care that she needed.
The Supreme Court rejected a last-ditch effort to block the law. President Biden promising to protect abortion rights, but the White House offering few details.
Why does the president support abortion when his own Catholic faith teaches abortion is morally wrong?
He believes that it's up to a woman to make those decisions. I know you've never faced those choices, nor have you ever been pregnant, but for women out there who have faced those choices, this is an incredibly difficult thing.
And activists are still trying to fight this in court, but the reality is this law is likely to remain in effect for the months to come. And already Republicans in at least 3 states, Florida, Arkansas, and South Dakota, have made it clear they are looking to mirror what happened here in Texas, George.
Yeah, it has become a nationwide battle. Okay, thanks very much.
Biden criticized the SCOTUS refusal to block Texas abortion law. Let's see where it goes. Oh,
So
here,
you brought-
here is a fucking Joe Manchin.
Up somebody, Senator Joe Manchin, and he is in the news for a different reason this morning, and that is because he, on this issue of reconciliation and infrastructure, is saying that he wants a strategic pause.
Thank you, Alex Jones, is Hassan's daddy, for the 5 gifted subs. He is my daddy. Oh yeah, I saw the Buffalo situation. The deadline for filing a new party was in May before the primary. Brown lost the primary to India Walton, so he created a new party, and a judge tossed the deadline requirement so that person can fucking run against
Once you use the money we give you, I thought you
run
would
against
like the rich family
India
doing.
Walton in the Buffalo mayoral ballot in the race. Anything to make sure that there is no socialist in a position of power, dude. India Walton, for those of you who don't know, is the socialist potential mayor, the next mayor of Buffalo. Like full-blown, out and about socialist.
Certainly very happy about that a judge issued a temporary restraining order ordering the Erie County Board of Elections.
Like, this dude lost the primaries, okay? What a fucking sore loser. Lost the primaries, created a new party just so he could still run again. Like, that's the definition of, like, trying to tank a fucking Democratic candidacy for mayor.
Yes, Daddy.
Specifically, and split the vote. Specifically so a socialist doesn't win. This is something that people do all the fucking time, dude. Liberals do this all the fucking time. It's so frustrating, but it's never a problem. That's never a fucking problem.
To add my name.
She won the primary.
To the November 2nd ballot, and very thankful to the thousands of people that circulated and signed petitions for me to be on the ballot. There are literally thousands of people across the city that have been supporting our campaign, and I am now even more confident that we will be victorious in the November 2nd general election. Certainly very happy.
Yeah. Brown says he was confident the judge would side with him because they cited legal precedent for the argument. However, Walton called the decision a travesty and a mockery of justice. She called into question Sinatra, a Donald Trump appointee, and the brother of a developer, Nick Sinatra, who regularly contributes to the Brown campaign, including as recently as last year. Turns out, the judge that, did the adjudication here was the brother of a contributor to Brown's campaign who was a developer that also may or may not have gotten fat fucking contracts from the city at the time. That's great, though.
Second Circuit Court of Appeals. The hearing should have never proceeded with Judge John Sinatra presiding in the first place. Sinatra.
I'm going to do something with India Walton. Her campaign reached out to me. We'll figure it out.
Is the farthest thing from an impartial judge. For one thing, he is a far-right activist appointed by Donald Trump on the strength of his staunch partisan conservatism and contempt for fair, impartial jurisprudence.
That's great, man. I love when far-right Donald Trump court appointments are fucking trying to do everything they can to fucking nuke the mayoral race in favor of the Republican there. That's so fucked up, dude. That's so disgusting, dude.
For another, he's the brother of Nick Sinatra, one of the most prominent downtown real estate developers who's given at least $11,330 to Byron Brown's various campaigns, including at least $3,055 in this current election. Second Circuit Court of Appeals.
Being on the ballot significantly increases our chances of winning, Brown said. We felt confident that we were going to win as a write-in candidate, but being on the ballot will significantly increase it. Hey, why'd you fucking lose then? Hey, I'm sorry. Didn't you fucking lose? Shut the fuck up. Get fucked, you fucking loser. Fuck yourself. God damn, dude. I hate this shit so much. I understand your frustration, but you choose to be in the public eye. Of course, there will be people that want to fuck you up. Yeah, you're right, dude. I'm a Twitch streamer, so people should just fucking murder me, dude. Actually. Like, you're right. You're totally right, man. hey, sorry, you asked for it. Like, no, I didn't. I did not. That's not normal. Like, being a public figure doesn't mean that, like, people can, like, fucking threaten my safety all the time. This is the new shit going on. I did see this. Pfizer isn't going to make an anti-COVID pill you'll be forced to take twice a day forever, as well as the vaccine. An antiviral protease inhibitor. You take it for 5 days with Ritonavir only after you get COVID. Oh my fucking God. So Pfizer is now working on alongside the vaccine, they're now working on a fucking recovery. And these guys are like, no, I'd rather take a horse tranquilizer, or not horse tranquilizer. No, brother, I'd rather take ivermectin, horse paste, horse dewormer paste. Stop making medicine, Pfizer. I do not like it. Anyway.
In some of the movement on that front, right? He's got this op-ed out in the Journal, Why I Won't Support Spending Another $3.5 trillion. Manchin's vote, as you know, is super important. Chuck Schumer needs a yes from him and every other Democrat to basically pass that big spending bill through reconciliation. Please pull out your Manchin to English dictionary for us here and explain what a strategic pause means and what you're hearing from your sources in leadership and on the Democratic side about whether that could even happen.
That all depends on what is going on in the mind of Joe Manchin, Hallie. He did not define his terms, and he did not say exactly what a strategic pause means. The thing to know in this op-ed is that the only red line Manchin put out there is that he's not going to support a $3.5 trillion budget reconciliation bill. Now, that was likely already going to come down, that number, because Manchin's fellow centrist Democrat, Kyrsten Sinema, has said she will not support a $3.5 trillion bill. Beyond that, Manchin repeatedly raised concerns about the debt and about inflation, which means he's created a bit of an obstacle course for himself to find his way to yes. Now, having covered Manchin for many years, the thing to know is that when he wants to get to...
The irony is, like, you guys want to know why I said that fucking op-ed is bullshit and that he's going to suck it the fuck up? Because, one, the things that he's complaining about, literally no one gives a shit about. Like, that used to be something that Republicans used to run on, but, like, they couldn't get that to stick, as well as, like, you know, culture war issues. But also... because, like, the bill already has methods of paying for itself. And whatever it doesn't pay for, whatever the bill doesn't actually cover, you can see as an investment, okay? So you can very easily be like, well, this pays for itself in the future, even if it doesn't fucking pay for itself immediately, right? And that's precisely why I'm saying Manchin's going to suck the fuck up. And it's going to look like a W for him when they come out with other... estimations that show that the new taxes are going to make this pay for the bill in and of itself fully, with the like, you know, soothing the fucking fears that Joe Manchin had. Okay, and it's fucking silly as hell. It's just like totally incredibly just. It's silly as fuck. It's Joe Manchin once again coming out and just trying to get his own, you know, personal brand out there. That's it. So the budget reconciliation have to be budget neutral anyway. This is not the budget reconciliation, or no, this is the budget reconciliation. Sorry. And no, they don't have to be budget neutral. They have to impact the budget either way. That's the only speculation. If it's like something that does not, if it's something that does not impact the budget, then you can't have it in the budget reconciliation. Even though you can, it's just you have to overrule the Senate parliamentarian. Anyway. Yeah, Manchin's on a Sigma grind set. Yeah, no, he just wants to, like, be in the news. That's why I don't think he's going to turn around and, like, join the Republican Party. And how does one overrule the Senate parliamentarian? Fire them and hire and appoint a new one that will do it. If you have a question like this about, like, how do we deal with a particular problem, literally always look to what the Republicans do, because the Republicans have done that in the past. In the Bush era. I'm telling you right now, my friend, if you actually want to figure out what to do in a particular situation where there's gridlock, how do you get over that gridlock? Just look to Republicans. They've done it. They've done everything in the fucking book. They never play by the rules. The VP literally just says, fuck you, and then 50 votes are required to overrule the VP. Don't even need to fire them. Yeah, oh, sorry. That's the first thing you can do. That's right. And then the second thing you can do is just fucking fire them. Blue Keg W, thank you for the 10 gifted subs.
Yes, he finds his way there. The question is, how determined is he, and whether and is he willing to make the compromises necessary with other Democrats to get this to President Biden's desk?
What cause do you want to donate? What do you want people to donate to? I mean, I posted this on my Instagram. The Cajun Navy is a good one, specifically for Louisiana recovery efforts that I donated to as well. That's I mean, there's a bunch of like Afghan relief efforts as well that I believe the Majority Report was doing some fundraising for. There's plenty of fucking mutual aid funds that you can donate to, and every now and then I'll hype some up. Good people serve good things. What? Deserve good things or serve good things?
Because remember, this is a centerpiece of President Biden's agenda, and defeat for this would be a devastating blow to the president. Now, as you can imagine, Hallie, progressives, including in the House, including in the Senate, are not happy with Manchin. Many of them want this reconciliation bill as a top priority to deal with climate change, to make investments in healthcare, childcare.
Bro, I can't show that image, dude. I can't show that image that you sent me, basket case. That shit is like, there's like literal fucking
paid leave,
crazy
and they're
shit on
threatening
there.
to sink the infrastructure bill that Joe Manchin helped write, that passed the Senate. It's sitting in the House right now. It still needs to get a vote in the House. They're threatening to sink that if Manchin...
He literally told me to donate $500 to a food bank instead of 100 gifted subs for his birthday. Oh yeah, that's right. It was Spicy Lemur 21.
Sharply curtails or tries to kill the reconciliation bill. Senator Bernie Sanders put out a tweet yesterday responding to his colleague from West Virginia saying if the reconciliation bill goes down, then he's going to fight to take down the infrastructure bill, that these two have to move at the same time. That is a standoff right now. That is where these two sides are kind of at odds, and some of this tension is natural. These two wings want to be opposed to each other, the centrists and the progressives. Ultimately, they need each other to get their priorities into law, and that's where this is going to be a messy process.
Purdue Pharma's opiate settlement sparks backlash. I didn't talk about this yesterday, but the Sackler family got away pretty much scot-free. They're paying $4.5 billion, and they never had to actually admit guilt, despite the fact that they were like personally incredibly invested in lying and spreading misinformation about how addictive their substance was, and pumping it to doctors, and also, you know, pumping the American nation full of the opiates that they sold. Okay, thank you, Spicy Lemur 21, for the 10 gifted subs. You seem to get angry at the Democratic Party for never pushing anything, but they seem to be just a controlled opposition party rather than an actual challenge to conservatives. Yes, that is why I criticize the Democratic Party all the time. But in a situation where you don't have an alternative, then you got to work with what you have.
A federal bankruptcy judge gave conditional approval to a multi-billion-dollar plan to settle lawsuits against Purdue Pharma, the maker of OxyContin. That company is blamed for helping cause the opioid crisis. Tonight, its owners said they are sorry for the suffering and loss. CBS's Anna Werner gets reaction on the settlement.
The opioid epidemic killed over 500,000 Americans and drove the makers of OxyContin into bankruptcy. Under the plan approved today, the Sackler family will forfeit ownership of Purdue Pharma, turn over 30 million documents, and pay $4.5 billion. In return, the Sacklers cannot be sued. A majority of states accepted the plan, but others plan to appeal. Connecticut Attorney General William Tong.
The bankruptcy laws should not...
It's not even a fucking real bankruptcy. Most of their assets are pulled out of fucking Purdue Pharma. They're literally still billionaires. The family is still billionaires. They're like claiming that, like, you can't declare bankruptcy on a fucking corporation and still maintain billions of fucking dollars, dude. It's, by the way, that's literally at the heart of like criminal gang shit, okay? That's when like you go to jail, but like, you know, your family's still living in a fucking fat mansion. Like, you got all your assets. Like, this is literally fucking gang shit 101, okay? Yeah, we accept no wrongdoing. We are not at fault. We're just going to declare bankruptcy, and we're going to put all of the fucking, you know, all of the money that we make from selling OxyContin still to the recovery efforts of a problem that we caused.
Allow the rich and the powerful like the Sacklers to avoid liability for their misconduct when they're not bankrupt.
I think it's terrible.
The settlement outrages Tony LaGreca of Massachusetts. He blames the Sackler family for his 41-year-old son's death.
They are mass murderers.
It's a strong term, mass murderers.
Well,
shut up, dude. Shut the fuck up. It's a strong term, and it's fucking totally reasonable to say. God damn, dude. Liberals and their fucking
drug dealers killed 500,000 people.
Matthew LaGreca got hooked on OxyContin after a football injury at age 22. A 20-year opioid addiction ended in a methadone overdose in 2014.
And when his birthday comes, it's like getting stabbed every time.
Under the agreement, families like his would get payments ranging from $3,500 to $48,000. Tonight,
is wrong, but I don't feel bad about the opioid epidemic. This country was happy to watch black folk die from crack in the 80s. Yeah, no. Well, notoriously, no black people die from heroin overdoses, so they're not impacted by the opioid epidemic. So it's great that you don't feel bad about it then. Like, it was fucking horrifying and wrong when that happened, and it's still happening, and it's horrifying and wrong right now as well for this. It's a Dave Chappelle edgelord take. That's what that is.
Purdue Pharma said the plan is fair and in the public interest. Sackler family members said while they dispute allegations about their family, we are truly sorry for the suffering and loss people have experienced.
So what does that say to you?
It says to me they could care less.
So you come here how many times a week now?
3 or 4.
Is there a message that you're sending to your son?
That your death should have never happened. And I'm sorry I didn't do what I could do, but I can do what I can do now.
Anna Werner, CBS News, Duxbury, Massachusetts.
500,000. That times 500,000, by the way. A California teacher brags about turning students into far left. What?
This morning after a pro-Antifa high school teacher is caught on camera bragging about his push to turn students to the far left.
Like I have an Antifa flag on my wall, and a student complained about that.
Bro, I will bet money that this dude is a Hasanabi head. Okay, I will bet money that this dude is like 1,000%. Fox News is so insane. They're literally just saying like anti-fascism is bad, and a teacher is like bragging about being an anti-fascist.
And you said it made him feel uncomfortable, and I addressed it to everyone because I didn't know who it was, and I was like, well, this is meant to make fascists feel uncomfortable, so if you feel uncomfortable, I don't really know what to tell you. Like, maybe you shouldn't be aligning with the values that this is antithetical to. I have 180 days to turn them into revolutionaries.
How do you do that? How do you scare the out of them?
That's a Project.
Oh, this is fake. No. This is fake. It's Project Veritas. No shot. No fucking shot. Okay, dude. There it is. I was waiting. I was like, there's no shot that, like, they only got him fucking saying, like, oh, I have an Antifa flag. Yeah, okay, dude. Okay.
Veritas video, and the teacher is Gabriel Geip out in California. Outkick founder Clay Travis is here to react. Good morning to you, Clay.
Hey, good morning, Ainsley. How are you?
Good morning. Doing well.
Scare the shit out of them. Bimbly, it's me, actually. No shot. Yeah, that's the fucking... see, everyone is now saying it's me, actually. There you go. Classic.
Just shocking video admitting, and he has an Antifa flag in his classroom. One of his former students says he's not surprised the Antifa flag was hanging up when he walked into the classroom, and he said he knew it was going to be a tough year. Says he provides the kids extra credit if they go to one of his far left protests, that some protests that are on his list, approved list, but not if you want to go to a pro-life protest. What do you think?
Well, this is the exact thing that I think many parents across the country fear, which is that their kids are not being given an opportunity to learn a wide variety of things in school, but are instead being indoctrinated by people who want to advocate for one particular political perspective. If this teacher were showing the kids the width and breadth of all different political ideals in the United States, I think many people would say, okay, that's at least exposing them to a wide variety of things.
We should be teaching them fascism instead, and how it's good, rather than anti-fascism and how it's wrong to be a fascist. Instead of teaching them about, like, the principles of anti-fascism, you know?
Things to learn, but we don't want teachers to be bragging about how they are turning people into far left-wing zealots intentionally especially people who are being paid with our own tax dollars. I think, frankly, it's totally unacceptable, and I'm not surprised that many parents think this is symptomatic of what is going on in a larger context. This teacher does not stand alone.
The school district did give us the statement. Natomas Unified always has, or as always, will look into the matter and take any appropriate actions as necessary. But that former student that was interviewed said they complained a lot and nothing was ever done. Let's also take you to this next story. This is LA's most powerful teachers union. The president of that union said it's more important for students to learn about social justice than it is math. Here's the quote. There is no such thing as learn.
Dude, what the fuck is this combo, dude? Also, why is that like a bad take? That doesn't mean they're not going to teach kids math, but like, your Antifa takes are so disingenuous as drunk centrist. Oh, drunk centrist is back. Like what? Yeah, dude, Antifa is good. I mean, yeah, it is. It literally is. Anti-fascist action is good. Are there fucking cringy LARPer and crusty fucking anarchists that are involved in that situation? Yes. But ultimately, those cringy, crusty anarchists are fighting against, like, literal cringy, crusty fucking white supremacist fascists. So I'll probably still side with the cringy, crusty anarchists over the fucking literal white supremacist LARPers, okay? I'd rather have communist and anarchist LARPers on a side, on the side of communist and anarchist LARPers rather than the fucking white supremacist dildos, okay? What centrism is when you side with the fucking white supremacist dildos over the crusty anarchists. Even when those motherfuckers are like yelling at me about how I have a fucking mansion in Hollywood or whatever the fuck.
And be nice to vegans, PLS.
Bad take. I am the storm that is approaching. Bad take. This guy just only comes in to say dumb shit. Wasn't Antifa a red-green light org payer by millionaires though? What? Dude, Toe is so healthy right now. For real, for real. Media punch in the air right now. Good take from that guy. I want to hear what this guy says. Tell me. No, I saw the Proud Boys video. They're pieces of shit LARPers too. Exactly. Exactly. And guess what? If you want to fucking eliminate, the crusty anarchists from, you know, roaming the streets because they're big, scary Antifa guys, then, you know, tell the fascists to fuck off and stop demonstrating and, you know, shooting paintballs at fucking inside of Portland where they are not even from fucking Portland. The school teacher is real. Calendar teacher did encourage students to attend civic related activities for extra credit. It's not extraordinary to encourage students to attend local political meetings and learn about the government. Some of the calendar events teachers shared involved potential protests and activities that at times became unsafe. Though the district's investigation, there are no specific events right now that prove that. But based on the events in the past few years, it is possible lack of involvement of parents of that kind of sharing was both unprofessional and irresponsible. They're gonna fucking fire a teacher because he told people to go to the fucking BLM protest? Really? The actions and approaches taken by one teacher do not represent the overall staff. If they fucking fire this guy, they're such pieces of shit. They actually questioned the Antifa teacher. Let's see what he had to say.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good.
I am a journalist with Project Veritas.
Okay.
Nice to talk with you. Don't mind my colleague recording. We are recording, but I think you're going to be more interested in what I have to say here.
I don't feel comfortable with this.
Well, I think that there's been a lot of uncomfortability in your classroom. I'd like to talk with you about some of the statements you've made. I believe you said it.
I don't know what Project Veritas is.
Well, we're journalists.
Okay.
And you mentioned to one of our colleagues that you have 180 days to turn students into revolutionaries. Would you like to expound upon that?
We do not consent to this filming. We do not consent to these questions.
Well, you're in a public place, and I don't think parents consent to their students being, quote, turned into revolutionaries. So if you'd like to give a comment on that, those newsworthy statements you've made, I think that would go a long way to resolve some concerns.
Didn't we have this conversation last week and you said they should fire people who use their teaching position for politics is bad? What? If a teacher is a fucking literal Nazi and he gets fired, I don't have a problem with that at all. No. Obviously. But I do see the difference between a fucking leftist or socialist or anti-fascist teacher and a fucking Nazi teacher. Also, we never fire Nazi teachers, unfortunately.
Concerns in the community.
Shouldn't bring any politics into a secular classroom, in my opinion. Shut the fuck up, you dumb, centrist, bimbified morons. Oh my God. It's like, I swear to God, literally every fucking thing that you learn from a neoliberal education in the United States of America turns you all into like dumb fucking brain dead delusional morons who's like, they're communists, same as like fucking Nazis. A secular classroom shouldn't have politics, dude. Everything is political. They're teaching history and shit. What the fuck do you think? There is no fucking equality here, dude.
I would appreciate some distance. If you could step away, that would be
Well, Mr. Geip, if you could please just provide me commentary on these statements. I mean, a student voiced their uncomfortability in your classroom with the Antifa flag. Do you recall that? Do you recall how you responded to that student? You tacitly implied they might be aligned with fascists. I mean, is this the kind of behavior?
That's not what he said. He said, you shouldn't worry about that because you're not a fascist. This flag is supposed to cause discomfort towards fascists.
In line with the mission statement of your high school? Don't you give students extra...
Fascism is bad is not a partisan situation. Fascism is bad, or saying that fascism is bad and wrong is not a fucking partisan thing, okay? Unless you're literally a fucking fascist.
Credit?
It's a political statement which shouldn't be in a classroom? Really? That's what you're saying? You think making a political statement against fascism is a statement that should not be in a classroom? What's next, dude? Should we also not make a political statement that, like, the KKK is morally reprehensible? Oh, wait! That's literally one of the fucking laws that Texas just passed. Good job. You and the Texas state legislature is of the same mind. Teachers are no longer obligated to talk about the morality behind the KKK now in Texas schooling. Isn't that wonderful?
For going to partisan left-wing events? You're harassing. Sir, I'm not...
The partisan... Thank you, Ultra PG, for the 23 gifted subs. The partisan left-wing events, he's talking about like BLM rallies, dude. Wow. Black guy, by the way.
Harassing you. I'm trying to get comments. You're a public school teacher. You're a public school teacher, and you're teaching things outside the curriculum of your school. Do you not have a poster of Mao in your classroom? As parents would also like to know.
Okay, this dude is crusty as hell. This dude hates me probably. Never mind. I take it back. Listen, if you have a fucking poster of Mao in your classroom, you probably don't like me. You probably think I'm a fucking CIA liberal op.
Why do you think it's okay to, quote, scare the F-U-C-K out of students to turn them into revolutionaries? Yet you said that you would consider, and you have considered, taking up arms against the state. That's an incredible statement. Do you think it's okay to push these?
Bro, it's not real law. No, I think this is real. I've already seen some information that I've already seen some information that makes it feel like it might be real, considering that, I mean, the school district already fucking sent out a message about it. What? I don't know. My high school government teacher also said you have to sometimes take arms against the state, but he was a Republican, so who cares, I guess. You know, I wonder if how many fucking Project Veritas videos have been done about teachers that literally defend the Confederacy. I wonder, which is significantly worse than being a fucking LARPer who likes Mao Zedong. You know what I mean?
These personal beliefs onto students.
We have to admit the truth. The teacher is probably an annoying guy. Yeah, I know, but like, you don't get fired from your job for being fucking annoying, or you shouldn't. I don't think they should fire this teacher. That's ridiculous. To be fair, even a Marxist wouldn't want their kids coming back home with annoying anarchist ideas. Nah, he's not an anarchist. He is Mao, dude. You think he's a fucking anarchist? No, the Texas Senate didn't ban teaching KKK is morally wrong. No, they didn't ban it. They just no longer fucking have it in the school curriculum. That's not what I said anyway. I didn't say they banned talking about the KKK. I said they no longer require the morality behind the KKK to be in the school curriculum. Anyway, that dude isn't a fucking an anarchist. Let's be clear. He doesn't like Mao. He says the Cultural Revolution failed and criticizes Mao for that, according to New York Post. That's hilarious. I had Kim Jong-un too. He didn't. If he did know about you, he probably would call you a lib. Oh, for sure. Still, shouldn't get fired. That's crazy. Or annoyed by fucking Project Veritas. He's way too employed to be an arrogant. True. That's also true. That's right, dude. Anyway. Okay, let's keep going.
As a learning loss, our kids didn't lose anything, talking about COVID. It's okay that our babies may not have learned all their timetables. They learned resilient survival, critical thinking skills. They know the difference between a riot and a protest. They know the words insurrection and coup. Unbelievable, right?
It's disgraceful. And frankly, this person shouldn't be allowed to represent teachers anywhere in the country, much less Los Angeles, one of our biggest cities, where she has the most possible influence. Look, here's the reality. The biggest failure among many failures of our response to COVID was kids not being able to be in school, especially the most disadvantaged among them. It's fundamentally unfair and awful.
I know you're going to be on Fox and Friends this weekend on Saturday, along with Outkick's college football bus tour across the biggest games in the South through September 18th. And don't forget to check out What's Kicking on Outkick. Clay, thank you so much for coming on with us.
Thank you, Ainsley. Can't wait for college football to be off
I
and rolling.
know. I'm excited, too. More Fox and Friends just moments away.
You got to wonder how many hours we spent on the show attacking the Communist Party of China. A lot. It's a totalitarian government. Our leaders admire it, and that ought to make you very nervous. That's been our position. It still is our position, probably always will be. On the other hand, we want to be as honest as possible about things we see. So when the Chinese government does something virtuous, doesn't happen much, but we're willing to say so. Here's what they've done. China's announced it will limit private equity firms from raising money to buy residential properties in China. Why is that? Because Chinese citizens, turns out, need somewhere to live.
Wait, what? What is this article, dude? Wait, hold on. Tucker, China is doing a few things right. What? Wait, this is crazy, dude. That dude had the Mao poster in his classroom since fucking early 2019. Oh, yeah. Wait, what the fuck is happening, dude? Wait, hold up. Chinese citizens need somewhere to live. Maybe Larry Elder has a solution. Wait, hold on. Hold on, dude. This is...
Real estate bubbles are bad for everybody, except, of course, for a small number of real estate speculators. As the Chinese government put it, houses are for living in, not for speculation. And that's a very good point. They may have learned it from watching, say, the state of California. In California, the average home is now over $800,000, in part thanks to speculation, and homelessness is totally out of control. Chinese don't want to copy that model. Nor do they want a California-style popular culture, one that worships celebrity over achievement. Obsessing over sleazy famous people on social media, Chinese officials announced that is, quote, poisoning the minds of the country's youth. Can they stop the youth from worshiping celebrities? Probably not, but at least they're worried about it, and that's a start. They're also, by the way, worried about video games in China. Online gaming for children in China will now be limited to 3 hours a week.
Okay, that's where I draw the fucking line. Or draw the line. How dare you? Yeah, game over is right. Wait, isn't Cucker, Swanson, Carlson technically a celebrity? Of course he is, dude. Yes, he is. Yeah, what China did, we didn't really talk about this, but like what China did with respect to limiting gaming to 3 hours on the weekends is one that I think South Korea did as well in the past. And then they quietly fucking stopped implementing that, obviously. And clearly it didn't work. Something not like limitation, not to 3 hours, but like limiting gaming. It's honestly, though, you kind of treat us like children in China. We're lucky that if we get that much from you. Oh, come on. They're really going to use this opportunity to fucking be like, only for minors, and is opt out because the parents could just let them use their account. 3 hours of gaming a week sounds like your schedule. I didn't realize that this was going to turn to me. EXO's biggest fan base is China. The K-poppies are in shambles. Bro, I swear to God, China banning online gaming or limiting it to 3 hours would be so incredible for the Rust community in general. And even the COD community. China is literally working side by side with Infinity Ward Activision to ensure that like they limit hackers to a 3 hour time slot in Warzone. And yes, I don't give a fuck if you say I'm racist or xenophobic or whatever. Chinese motherfuckers on the internet are sweaty as hell, bro. Have you ever been to a Rust server, like a public server on Rust? They're so goddamn sweaty, dude. They're so good. They literally, it's just like, they have Chinese clans and they just take over the entire fucking map. It's nuts. Nuts. So thank you,
Thanks for the stream.
G, for
Love you,
doing
chat.
this important thing, you know? You'd be fine in China, brother. You play less than 30 minutes a week. You could donate your gaming time to a child in need. Look, the funny thing is, like, we do have a weird double standard when it comes to, like, shit that China does to its own citizens. Like American media loves, like, remember when they opened a museum and, like, the New York Times was like, I can't believe they're whitewashing, you know, Chinese history in the museum. And I'm like, motherfucker, do you know what a museum does in America? Like, that's literally what a museum does. Okay, that's the function of a museum. I'm so confused. Like, it's not even in America. It's just everywhere. That's just what museums do.
I miss Donnie.
The Gype guy had a political compass with communism and Nazism on it, again from 2019. Oh my God, this dude. Oh, this is a Jason and Ruhe fan, folks. Okay, maybe he should be fired from his job. No, I'm just kidding. But, oh my God, political compass in 2019. I mean, I guess that makes sense, though. You should have seen Moo Moo and his subs battling the Chinese clans in Atlas when that game came out. To be clear, it is actually good that they're trying to save their children from the shitty social media and gaming, keeping their mentality healthy and their creativity up. It will help China even more economical wise and industrial takeover. Bro, this dude teaches AP government. Why the fuck are people bent out of shape that he has, like he talks about Mao and shit? Shut the fuck up. Oh my God, dude. Anyway, regarding the housing thing, it's because there's a giant real estate bubble in China and a growing problem of people paying for properties that never get completed as well. So, as far as like China banning fucking video games, I mean, you know, I'm not the biggest fan. I think that the world is really shitty overall. You shouldn't fucking forcibly take away people's entertainment, but that's not the entirety of that fucking law. And of course, American media propagandized it immediately because everything that we do, usually, if China does, we're like, what the fuck? Not that we did this in America, but anyway.
On the weekends, this is being done, the government says, quote, to prevent the addiction to online games. Is that a crazy idea? Well, according to a recent study in this country, the average American kid plays video games for more than 15 hours a week. A poll from the University of Michigan found that 86% of parents believe their children spent too much time playing video games. Apparently, the other 14% weren't paying attention. So it's a legitimate problem. What's interesting is, when was the last time you heard one of our political leaders even mention video games or housing market speculation? Or
wait, what? Motherfucker, what is this bullshit, dude? Tucker Carlson doesn't like housing market speculation. I mean, sorry, rather, when politicians fucking criticize that shit. Dude, I hate this guy so much, dude. God damn, it's so fucking dumb. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Decommodifying housing should be the goal. And yet liberals and conservatives certainly never want to discuss that reality. But it's not like Tucker Carlson is an advocate for that. Like, he's not.
Or celebrity worship as a problem. Now, before you respond by saying that politicians shouldn't be involved in our personal lives, remember that the CDC already very much is involved in our personal lives. So maybe our government could take just a moment from bossing us around to improve our actual lives once in a while. Just go ahead and try. Even if you fail, it will be an improvement. At least we'll know.
That looks like some fucking crusty ANCAP shit, okay? It's yellow and black, which is the colors of anarcho-capitalists. You mentioned in the beginning, before you sat down, play the beginning, he's such a hypocrite, he's such a two-faced grifter, so obvious. Yeah, if you fucking ever take Tucker Carlson seriously when he says shit like that, you're a complete dumbass, and I'm sorry. Like, you are a complete fucking baboon. Tucker Carlson does not believe that we should decommodify housing. Like, he's not a... That's not a thing that he advocates for. That's not a thing that he believes. I don't even think he fucking believes that we should tax the rich more. Like he'll talk about it every now and then, but only to like criticize Jeff Bezos or some shit. Why is Tucker using the same argument for alcohol prohibition and mass mandates with this video game Chinese property? I deserve a ban for exposing you to the CA recall cringe.
Find yourself living in beautiful California, and you may find a ballot was mailed to your beautiful home. You may ask yourself, how did it get here? And as you drive behind the wheel of your hybrid automobile, you may find yourself thinking, what's this recall all about? You may ask yourself, well, should I even vote? Many a Republican wants to take over CA. Fill out your ballot and tell those MAGA hatters no way. Election September 14, you can vote early though. Tell all your friends in CA to vote no, 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 no.
Yeah, I'm not only voting yes, but I'm literally bubbling in Larry Elder now. Thank you for showing me this. Sorry. You shouldn't have shown me this. I am now an advocate for Larry Elder to become the next governor of California so he can literally kill me. Like individually, he's like, as the governor, my first order of business is killing Twitch streamer who owned me in the marketplace of ideas, Hasanabi Piker. That is the express purpose for why I will be voting for Larry Elder in the recall.
Lou as it ever was. Lou as it ever was.
This was way before the singing. This was not way before the singing. It also kind of looks like AOC a little bit. I basically quit art so I could be a fucking Twitch streamer. No, I'm just kidding. I always wanted to do art, and you know, all I did was draw when I was younger. All I would do every day at school was just fucking draw like nonstop. I would draw like crazy. And then my dad pulled me aside one day and was like, you have to be an engineer, a doctor, or, you know, a lawyer. These are called the golden bracelet professions. Okay. Altın bilezik. And if you don't do that, then, you know, I always want you to pursue your passions and stuff. But like, you know, your passions are going to keep you poor as fuck. And then I literally took one fucking art. I took a summer semester at Parsons in the new school, and that was, it was all right. I kind of didn't like it as much. And then what fully fucking ended my art interest was I took a two-dimensional design class in Miami, and I was like, that's it, I'm done. I tried to do a comic book that we had to, our like final project was a alphabet book that we had to design. And I tried to do a comic book for like every letter of the alphabet, right? And then there was this Korean girl in class, dude, and she just popped off, dude. Like literally, like what a flex she had, right? She fucking came to class with like a full-blown alphabet book that had like pop out, like she like cut it in a way. It's two-dimensional design, and she had like fucking three-dimensional like shit popping out of the, like every page would like open up, and just bodied me, dude. Fucking bodied me. This was in college in Miami, and I was like, oh fuck, oh dude, I'm not doing this. There's people so much more talented than myself. Like, was it a competition? It wasn't even a competition, but like, someone combined your painting to a Kanye album art. It actually does look tight, like as like Kanye album cover. My beautiful dark Turkish Kumar fantasy. Dude, there were areas that I excelled in Turkey. Like I was fire at sketches. No like professional training or anything like that. No schooling, no training on it. I was just like very good at sketching, especially when it came to humans. So I went to there was a class, like I forget, I think in order to get into like art school in Turkey, you had to, I forget what the process is now. It's so fucking long ago, but I went to a fucking class for a little bit, and I would just crush everyone there. Like I actually was, there is stuff that I'm good at, or was good at. Now, no, I can't. Now I'm not good at anything. I haven't drawn in so long. Does nepotism bypass that like in Greece? I mean, dude, the funny thing about like the nepotism stuff is like I had a profound amount of nepotism opportunities in fucking Turkey. I chose to came to America. Still used it. Still ended up using nepotism for sure. But I would have been significantly better off until like 3 years ago. I would say I would have been significantly better off in Turkey than here, but obviously now things are very different. Repressed painter rejected from art school. Where have I heard that before? Yeah, I became yes, that's why I became the Hitler of Twitch, dude. That's right. Good take, chat. Anyway, Azan, fuck you. Impressionist paintings are one of the best eras ever. Yeah, I don't like it. Your raid landed here after sushi, and the streamer made you this song.
Ready to switch. Hold up, baby, you don't understand my shack. Getting raided by her son's fans. I can be the next political commentator up on Twitch. Ready to switch. Hold up, baby, you don't understand my shack. Getting raided by her son's fans. I can be the next political commentator up on Twitch. Ready to switch.
Damn, this shit's better than Drake, dude.
Hold up, baby, you don't understand my shack. Getting raided by her son's fans. I can be the next political commentator up on Twitch. Hold up, cause I know that you love it. About to be on musical pundit. What's the reason for Obama having his like a birthday in public? And you know that I get so excited when talk about the moderate Joe Biden. Up on Twitch every day, we vibing. Up on Twitch, ready to switch. Who else are we gonna analyze? Congress people in the House, representatives, all of them lies. Yeah, bring it to the Senate, I can hear fucking what we standing up. Everybody, let's rise, rise. Live from DC, one back, propaganda kid, everybody see. Yeah, yeah.
Damn, dude, the internet's got some talented ass motherfuckers. It's crazy. He made this song totally from scratch. It was fucking sick, dude. It's wild, dude. That's. I mean, I thought it was gonna be doo-doo, like at first, because sometimes there's like, you know, doo-doo, but this was incredible.